So we are going to talk about volume and the importance of hitting Emerald, and then also chat about a coach recruiting school that we're starting this Monday, and Rachel put that all together for us. So we'll be talking about that. So we were just kind of talking about going for no, and I was just talking to Jesse about saying anytime somebody's game for, ordering something, just always say, hey, you'll see once you're in there and you're checking out, you can add in a 3-day vegan cleanse for $40. It's a great deal. It's on special. It's normally over $75. You get instant, results right away. And I don't know about you, but when I get results right away, it keeps me motivated. It keeps me excited. So I like to do that before I start my program so that I'm like more motivated to keep going and eat less cookies and work out every day. So like something like very relatable. I just like to say that. And literally probably at least 75% people will just say, okay, sure. Or at least plant that in their brain, because that's extra volume for you, it's extra commission for you, and it's an extra way for them to get results. And when they send in their before and afters for the 3-day refresh, they get a free shaker cup. So I usually tell them that too, because the shaker cup itself is like $10-11 by itself. Yeah. When you have Shako and it only comes with one, you have to wash the shaker cup every day. It's a little annoying. So so I kind of spin it that way. So and since I have you guys, I'm just going to go through another convo that Jesse sent me. And anytime anybody, whether you're on this call or you're listening to the recording, if you have something where somebody responds to you and you don't know where to go, post it in the team page and, tag your coach or myself, and we'll help you with responding to things. So, all right. You did send me a second conversation, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so
I have so many though, like people just don't reply to me, and I haven't even like invited them or something. They just won't reply because I don't know, they either forget or don't want to talk to me anymore.
Not that they don't want to talk to you. It's that you probably have a screaming toddler in one hand and they're trying to make dinner in the other, and they're like me and they have zero memory whatsoever. So
that's true though. I always forget to reply to text messages. So
yeah, it takes me.
I have to not look at them. Like if it shows that there's not a notification there, then it's out. It's gone. Like if I open it, it's over. If I open it and don't reply right then, it's done.
Wait.
That's the same with me.
Angie, hey, Chelsea's in the house. What you eating? It looks like a Twix bar. What is that? No, I was kidding. She's like, I didn't say hi to you, Justin, yet either. Hi. Okay, let me show you this because this is a game changer. So I can never figure this. Stop shaking your head. Okay, can I? Okay. So, okay, I've clicked it. Now, if I go back and you can see, I should probably just explain it, but I'm like convinced to figure it out now. Come on. How did I do it? Okay, well, I want you to go into your messenger and go to a message that's opened, or open a message, and then hold your finger down on it, and then click more. And then Mark is on red. It's the best thing in the whole world. Mark is on red. Yes, it's the best thing in the whole world. I think I was a coach for 3 years before I figured this out, and I was.
I didn't know that.
Unread?
What?
I'm writing it down.
You said you can mark it as unread?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes. And
yeah, I have Android, and it would just work for me too.
Woo!
I've never seen that.
Game changer. So right now, and then what I do is that you can take it one step. Let me just share my screen with you. Hold on. Let me get up Facebook. So one thing I did that's really helpful is I set little tabs in my messenger. So I have, because I like always at any time have a lot of stuff going on in my head and I'm super forgetful. This is what I did to make myself make things a little bit easier. So do you see where I have like Facebook? I literally have a link to Messenger. So I go right to my Messenger so I don't even look at my stupid notifications. Lexi, hi, it's Second Mommy. How are you? I said, do you remember who that is? Mommy? Yeah, Lexi wants me to be her second mommy, so.
No big deal.
Okay, so, oh my gosh, I love her. So what I do is then I click on this little thing and I go to unread threads. So when I go to my messenger, like first thing in the morning when I'm going to answer my messages, I, one, go straight to my Facebook where I go to messenger. Then two, I click unread and I just go through and answer them all. So this is me like not being squirrel because I don't have time to like check my whatever notifications. I feel like 15 is like low for right now. So this was what keeps me on track. So also when you're in your messenger, if you click this little wheel right here, I don't know why this thing, I think I saved this and this is like so long ago, this message, it always comes up. So I probably saved it weird. That's why the screen is here. But if I click on this little wheel, I can mark as read, I can mark as unread, I can archive. If you want to clean up your messenger, so basically, okay, so I've read this. What I could do is I could archive it. And it doesn't delete it, but it basically makes it go away so it's not in my inbox. And I actually had my assistant archive all of my read messages just so it's less messy and I don't and then after I respond to something I can archive it just to get it out of there. If you're not like OCD or particular about it, don't worry about it, but these are just some fun things that I found. So the other thing that I have is just some other things helpful with these tabs. So I have a link right to my 21-day fix recipes. I think that's my Pinterest board for I have a 21-day fix Pinterest board. So that's really easy for me to like just click on it if I need to send somebody something. Beachbody page. Oh gosh, these are very old, these sheets. Our team Google Drive, my new coach checklist, the challenge tracker portal, and then the customer coach change form because I send that a lot to people. So anything that you find yourself using a lot, just save it as what you want to call it, a bookmark. And then I do it for 80-day obsession too, because look, every morning when I need to work out, all I do is go to Beachbody On Demand and click 80-day obsession and it does this. I also do it for Zoom. So every time I need a team meeting, all I do is do that. Like all these things have saved me so much time. And I do the same thing for my Gmail. I have 2 different emails, so I have them here. All of my real estate stuff right there, all of my banking stuff. So these little things like this help me just in day-to-day. So that was just kind of a little tidbit I wanted to give you. But yeah, so back on track, talking about this message. I just want to touch on this message really quickly. So basically you said, I don't know what somebody said, but you're like, yes, at-home workouts has been amazing. What would you say is your biggest struggle? What's your favorite workout to do? And then you said there's a few options, blah, 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 blah. So did she, before you sent this message to Nicole, did you explain things? Did you ask about things? Because I see you're writing out everything in the price. Did she ask you questions or kind of
She was asking about Shakeology and she kept asking the prices and what it is. So I explained to her like what it is, like a superfood and stuff like that. And then she wanted to know the prices. She didn't seem to want me to answer like personal questions. She didn't seem to want to. So
sometimes people are like that. And you know what? Sometimes people are like, look, just tell me the information. You gave her the information. You were still very friendly. You still had a conversation. So this is what Jesse said. There's a few options and there's something for everyone. The most popular one gets you 12 months access to over $7,000 worth of workouts, meal plans, and short healthy recipe videos online. You get 30-day supply of a yummy superfood smoothie that has helped my digestion, has become a lifesaver with new mom life. The portion control containers, meal plan, shaker cup, and access to our virtual boot camp. That's all $186. Shades Canadian, y'all. And you get to access everything for a year. Does that sound doable? I think that was perfect. That sounded great.
I think so too. It sounded really good.
Yeah. So you gave her the information. It, it wasn't information overload. And she said, thanks for the info. And then you said, no worries. I know a lot of mamas that have noticed huge changes. Literally saves me. Today it took me 3 hours to finish breakfast because I forgot about it. Gives me on-the-go nutrition. I don't know if you're interested or not, but I'm always looking for, I think this was the one before that. Sorry, it's out of order. But yeah, she said, I would absolutely love to join. Unfortunately, right now I can't afford it. I love following your posts. You're very inspirational. So that right there is like literally enough right there. She said no, but she's very interested in everything you have to say.
Mm-hmm.
So I would start a free group for either the end of this month or beginning of May. And if you want to pair up with somebody, I don't know if you're paired up with anybody, or if, Justin, or, whatever, if you guys want to do a free group together or something, I can't tell you enough how important free groups are for these people that are like not there yet, but love following you. So, and I'll even do one. I'll do one with you. So whoever wants to do one, let's figure out what we want to focus on, what, people seem to struggle most with, and then just promote it. So, we'll talk more on that, but I'm down for doing that, and we'll figure something out, because those are the people that you need to get in to give them some type of value, so that then they're like, okay, this is so fun. I need to be part of this community.
I've had quite a few people tell me that it's like not right now, but maybe like a girl's going to Mexico in May and she's doing keto right now. She told me not right now, but she always falls off the wagon after vacation. So she's like, let's talk then. So I have her, I'm waiting for that one and see how that goes.
The best thing you can do is just write everybody down. However you want to do it. I just do it in a notebook, whatever works best for you. So I like to do April invites, and then I do follow-ups. So anybody I've talked to before, I'll write them down. And then what you can do is the next page, you can do May follow-ups. And anybody you talked to this month that said no, add them already to your May follow-ups next month.
Okay.
That's what I do, so I don't forget, because I will forget if I don't write it down.
Okay. And if, say, you message someone and they just don't reply to you, like how long would you wait kind of to respond? And like, how would you respond after them not responding to you?
Depending on who it is, sometimes I'll you have an option of sending the story to somebody. You can send it right to your story, but sometimes I'll if I have somebody that's literally I feel like they'd be awesome and they don't respond to me, I'll send it to them. Say something silly of Adley, and then I'll send it to them, and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I thought I was posting that to my story. How the heck are you? It's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And then start a conversation, and it works. So you can do that. You can comment and like on their page just so they know that you're kind of cheering them on. And then add them to, follow up in 2 weeks or something. But also know that, it could be a week, it could be 2 weeks, and just know that people are busy, and normal people are not tracking of who's writing them messages and who they haven't responded to. So it's not on their priority list. We're weirdos because we keep track of who we talk to and who we need to follow up with. Normal people do not do that.
That's true.
I just wanted to say really quick, I say a lot of the time because I'm such a, successful coach here. But a lot of people like to hear how much they're saving when they're talking about Shakeology packs and challenge packs. Yeah. And so instead of saying, you get the if I was just doing BOD and Shakeology, it's $160, but you can say BOD by itself is $100, so you're getting $130 worth of Shakeology for $60. So that's more than half off of the Shakeology.
I always do it that way. I always do it backwards. I talk about Beachbody On Demand first and how it's $99 for the year, and then I'm like, oh, and for the first month you can try out Shakeology, and it's this much, and it's the smaller number just makes it seem so much more appealing.
Yeah. And it's $2 a day that way. So why the heck not? Unless I did my math wrong. No, yes, we're good.
No, you're good.
Math is hard. So I would love for you guys, and just to help other coaches and things like that, if you look in our team page, I have photo albums for invites and things like that. If you're that sounded great, just take it and copy it and put it in there. It can just be in the comments, but that's a great resource for your new coaches to go and see, oh my gosh, these are such great ideas. So anytime you have or if you have something that you use often, just throw it in there to help other people too. That's really helpful just to have it in one place. Unless you can think of a better idea, but also in our Google Drive, there's a ton of scripts in there. So be sure to check out those. I don't want you to feel like you need to kind of copy and paste. The only thing I ever copy and paste is really the breakdown. And I still edit it because I don't want it to sound like blah, 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 blah. If I'm not talking to a mom, I don't talk about mom life, but if I'm talking to somebody that's busy, I change it. So really just when I'm talking about the breakdown of things, but I don't even really do that so much anymore because I voice text everything. and it's just easier for me that way. So once you get more comfortable with it, you'll probably just, be voice texting. And what I love about voice texting is that's how I send my messages and my invites in the morning is I voice text, and I make it pretty general so that I can then forward it to 5 other people. So, I've got my 5 to 10 invites in for the day. So I make a call to action kind of post, or I respond to everybody, because I get a lot of people that will send me like hearts or something like that from a story. Anytime you add a post, if you have the option of add to your story, add it to your story, because you're only making 1 or 2 posts usually a day. Just add it to your story, because we want to have 8 to 10 things in our story anyways. I don't think every time you make a post, but if it's a good one, if it's something like a call to action, make it a story, because it's a good way for people to easily respond back to you. Oh, I guess I haven't changed my calendar, because I'm like, oh, I have a Zoom meeting in 10 minutes. I changed our team call time. It's like reminding me. And if you have any questions, like just, it doesn't matter. Like just post on the page. That's what it's there for. Use us. So let me mute. Hey, Tanya. Okay. There we go. Okay. So let's talk about, we're going to get to volume, but I want to talk about the recruiting school really quickly. And so Rachel came to me and was like, hey, I want to put together this. And I was like, yes, that's awesome. So we are putting together where you'll hear from leaders from the team, and we're going to talk about inviting people to join us for coaching. So I'm just muting everybody. Just unmute yourself when you want to talk, because I'm getting some feedback. And so what we're going to do is talk to you about every post will be a live video or a video, and it'll be a coach talking about one tip, one objection that they get often and how to battle it, and then they'll be sharing a post that they make, like talking about coaching. So it's going to be focused on inviting people to coaching. So you're going to have to do by this Sunday, you're going to have to make a call to action post. So that a call to action post about coaching. So I want you to start thinking about it. You can post it in our team page and tag us to get questions for it. We are making a group, so we'll post that in the Beautifully Made. So look out for it and make sure you tag your coaches. What I ask is you tag your coaches when we share it into Beautifully Made, but do not, or whoever's team that is team page, but do not add people into it. They need to request, because I want it to be people that want to be there, that are going to be like, okay, I'm going to commit, I'm going to do it. So I would love for you guys all to join and, just be present, because it's really going to help us all out in learning how to. Hold on. What's happening? There we go. So we're gonna, I'll be giving you tips on posting. We're going to be giving you tips on Instagram. Rachel, if you didn't watch Rachel's live video in our team page, go watch that. This chick literally doubled her income in March from February. She has been killing it. She's pregnant with a toddler. She just moved. She sold her house, bought a house, packed and moved, and doubled her income that month. So if anybody can do it, she did it, with all of that stuff happening. So go listen to her tips of kind of what she changed in getting there. But also, you just have to focus on what's the most important thing. Why am I not seeing this success? And with Jessie being a new coach, I've been telling her, think about it like a business. If you just start a business from the ground up, that first 30 to 90 days is you're in the trenches, you're working, you're trying to get clients, you're trying to get, people to really trust you and think you have something different than everybody else. So everything you do is a kind of, the work you do now will put in kind of a direct reflection of 30 to 90 days from now. And that's not something to be like, well, why am I going to work so hard now if I'm not going to see the result from it? You will be rewarded exponentially. And sometimes it'll be right now. Sometimes people are ready to join, but most people want to see that it works, and they want to see that you have results. So just give yourself grace. As long as you know that you're showing up every day, you're inviting 3 to 10. I say 3 to 10 people. If you want to, here's my goal. Here's my thing. If you want to this is a hobby, this is something fun for you, you'd like to get your shakes paid for, invite 3 people a day, minimum. If it's something where you want to build a substantial income for yourself, 5 to 10 minimum. You get to work this business as much as you want. But if it's something where you are saying, oh, I've been working my business and I'm not getting anywhere, I want you to think about, have you been working your business or have you been scrolling Facebook? Have you been making posts? But, I want you to be sending messages, people that are liking your story, that are liking your post, commenting on your post, viewing your stories, and just starting good conversations. It doesn't have to be a cold invite every time. It doesn't have to be an invite, but start those conversations, track who you talk to, add to your network, go into like local mom groups. If you're a mom, go into, local yard sale sites, maybe go through your house to also make some money. This is what I did when I was a new coach. I went through my house. I got a bunch of stuff. I put it all on Craigslist, clothes, things like that, super cheap. And then anybody that commented or liked or tried to buy something from me, I added them as friends as well. Do you know that I signed 3 coaches and 3 challenge packs over the years from people that I've added from yard sale sites, because they will see your post. So get into your local groups and and just engage with people. If you're in a shepherd group, ask, hey, I've been using my coconut oil to melt on my dog's food. What else do you guys use natural remedies for skin and hair issues or something like that? I don't care if you don't really want to know the answer to it. That's going to get you people to talk to. And then go in those groups and see if people ask questions or like or comment or engage with other people, and add to your network that way. Because who was it? Was it Chelsea? Was it you that posted that the other day? Yeah. And our team page, Chelsea posted that somebody was like, I don't even know how we started following each other, but I just love your posts. And like, it is so cool to see that social media is this vehicle that we have so many people that we can inspire. I'm trying to think of, so Chelsea and Jesse were both people I found from Instagram that I never, ever, ever would have known otherwise, from hashtags or features I've done. And so we're going to talk about how to find people in this group. So it's going to be really great. Rachel did a feature last month. How did that end up for you? Did you get, I know you had a ton of people fill out forms. How did that end up?
No, I can figure out how to unmute that. So I ended up signing 2 people up as challengers before they wanted to coach, which I'm like completely fine with, because I told them they can get their own results and then we'll switch them over to coaching. I sent out 15 links to people, and like I'm still emailing people back and forth, just switching them over from email to Facebook Messenger. But honestly, I've gotten like a lot of traction from it. So I'm thinking that within this next month, it's going to be really good.
Good. And that's the same thing. It's like, it's just a no right now. So I've had people reach out to me from features that I did on Instagram. And that's basically like you pay for a big account to feature you on Instagram, and you get more followers that way. You get people interested in coaching or challengers or whatever. So yeah, that's awesome. Good for you, girl. So we will be talking about that. But again, it starts on Monday. Before that, we'll give you some, there'll be a requirement in the pinned post. So you'll see exactly what you need to do for the group. But just know, start working on your call to action post. And a call to action means where you're like, what do they need to do? They need to fill out a form. Do they need to comment below? Do they need to message you? And also we kind of have to dance around. I need to find that post that Mullen posted in our team page, like words that Facebook isn't showing well. On the, you know which one I'm talking about? I've been trying to work with it, but like sometimes I'm like,
it's hard.
I know. Sometimes I'm like, drop it. And then I know a Down syndrome or something. I'm like, how do I not?
I think drop was even one of the words that they're saying not to use. And I'm like, place an emoji. Like, I don't even know how to.
Yesterday I did like G space I space F.
That might be a good idea. I wonder if we put like spaces in between, like if we would put drop whatever below, if it wouldn't be,
yeah,
I don't know.
I did like period space, like G space I space F space period. And I'm like, we'll see.
I did want to post, and I added a whole bunch of transformation pics to our group that we created. But I also wanted to post the links to our call to actions. So if you haven't posted any recently, that way when we add them before they do their call to action, like I figured we'll start adding people tomorrow, because I'm going to go live in there. So if you have any call to action links, maybe we can.
Sadly, I'll have to scroll a little too far past what I would like, but I'm sure I can find them.
Okay.
come up
just so
on,
they can get some different examples.
oh my gosh, I have some really good ones on my time hop from last year. I'm like, dang, I was really killing it.
Yeah, well, even those, or like breadcrumbing.
Yeah.
Like there's an album for breadcrumbing. Well, I guess she made them pictures.
That's what I was going to ask her. I think we need to make each album like one picture an album, the second picture a different album. So we'll either, or we could just drop it in the comments of each picture, whatever.
Well, when I did the transformations, I did create an album for that. So you can just go under transformation album since it's all pictures.
Okay.
And that's for everybody to use. You know, anytime you want to use a transformation, maybe you haven't gotten your own transformation yet in your, business, you're more than welcome to use any of ours. I'll comment in April's team page all the time and be like, okay, whose can I use?
Yeah, I need to go through that. And I need to like make an album in my team page too. It's just on my should do list.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but yeah, I have to go through some of my stuff. I wish you could easily like go through posts from years past if you missed it on your time hop. But another thing, I don't know if you guys have noticed that I do, I have a bunch of albums for my personal page. And when I post something, I almost always put it in an album. So it's really easy for me to go like tell somebody like, oh yeah, go check out my Beautifully Made Love My Tribe folder. You'll see more things about like my challenge groups and things like that. Or do like a Clean Eats album where you actually add value and you're not just sharing a picture of your food, but you're sharing a recipe. So they can easily go through and find that. And that's something you could easily, hey, share that link to that, and then, share that link to that in your challenge group because it's going to be value for them. It's going to be value if you share it in a free group. So it just makes it really easy. So thank you, Rachel, for getting that all together. It's going to be really great. I'm really excited for it. So if you have any questions about that, let us know. Yes, Angie, post in the team page. I'm going to have Michelle. Well, I don't have anything to take notes. I'm going to have Michelle do that, I think, this week is put together a photo album.
April, I did want to ask you, are you going to create a like graphic for the
requirement? Yes.
Okay. I'm not good at that at all.
Yeah.
Do you want me to make a cover photo or do you want to do that too? I could probably put something together on Canva. I could try to figure it out.
If you can't, if you want to tell Michelle what you want, I'll have her do it for us.
Okay.
I do not want to sign up for a photo though. I'll do the requirements photo. But
yeah. Okay.
I'm spending way too much time in there, and I'm like, dang it, where did my last 45 minutes go? So, required post for recruiting school, and what else? What did I just say? Transformation album in team page. I need to update it. I do, but guys, go look at their team page. I've got so many albums in there. I have so many scripts and things that I've posted in there I've been a coach. What is it? I think it's April 11th I thought I missed it, is my 5 years of being a coach. So that sounds crazy to me. I can't even believe it's been 5 years, but I've had this team page for probably 4.5 years. So I've got lots of good stuff. I actually made a new team page probably like 6 months ago, and I was going to transfer everything over and just like only have like working coaches move in there. And then I was like, nope, there's too much good stuff. So I made this whole team page. Then I was like, nope, I can't. There's just so much. So if you search, you can search so much stuff in the Beautifully Made page too.
Through YouTube also. I've gone through your YouTube channel because you made a lot of like how-to videos and training videos and stuff like that are like super simple, under 10 minutes. Like I've creeped on you hardcore on YouTube.
Okay, so. I need to do more YouTube videos.
Hi, baby.
It's YouTube training, but yeah, and I actually have Michelle updating my YouTube video channel now with photos and stuff. Another thing I'm going to start doing is doing quick kind of like vlogging where I'm doing videos talking about confidence and things like that, because that's big. Probably my biggest thing is I really talk about like you're enough or anxiety or so confidence, anxiety kind of thing, like kind of like 3 minutes or less kind of things that I can 1, share in my challenge group, 2, it goes to my YouTube, 3, I can share it to my blog. You don't have to have a blog. 4, I can share it to Facebook. 5, I can share it to Pinterest. Like all of these different things where I have so many ways to connect with people just by making one video. So I mean, there's so many different ways. You don't have to do everything, but know that if you make one video, you can blast it so many different ways. And if it is something that's not like, that's short, sweet value to something that somebody needs to hear, they're going to want to follow you. So, hey, Tiffany.
Hi.
So now let's talk about, and Tiffany, I'm muting everybody just so if you need to talk, just unmute yourself. But now I want to talk about the importance of emerald and volume. So a lot of times people are like, okay, I'm emerald, now what? What does this mean? So I want you to know that it's not just like, hey, we want you to be emerald because it's cool. It benefits you. So what emerald means is you've got two coaches, one on each leg. You've got a left leg and a right leg. Once you're emerald, it unlocks our compensation plan. So you can start cycling. And what that means is that you can get paid off of what your coaches are selling or purchasing themselves, either to their coaches, their clients, whatever. So the more people that you build underneath you, the more volume you create, and that's how you get paid. So on your weak leg, you need 100 volume points on your weak leg, and you need 200 volume points on your strong leg to cycle once. So once you have that, then you cycle once. You can cycle multiple times, but your weak leg is going to be your limiting factor. So that's why we also want to talk to you about where to place your coaches. So I always say, get your first two coaches fine. Put your third coach on your weak leg. Then I like to have a backup. Put your fourth coach. So do 2 and 2 because you need to have a backup, because if somebody goes inactive, that one coach on your strong leg goes inactive, you lose your emerald. And you don't want to lose your emerald, because if you lose your emerald, then if you go inactive, you lose your carryover volume. But if you lose your emerald, you don't cycle. So it's really important because you don't know when you're going to sign a coach. And if you're kind of doing this as a hobby, you're signing coaches here and there, you don't want to be like, crap, I have a week to find a coach or I'll lose my emerald. So I like to kind of say 2 and 2, and then build your weak leg to 4 coaches, and then go back to your strong leg. So that's going to help you cycle more. So the more that you can help your coaches in helping more people. So whether you're helping them with challengers, you're helping them with clients, that's going to grow your volume. So Jessie constantly thinks she's annoying to me because she's like, oh my God, I asked you so many questions. And I'm like, hey, I don't know if you know this or not, but when you sell things, it helps me. So I'm okay with spending an extra 5 minutes talking to you about it, because that helps me. I want you to be successful. I want you to help more people. I want to grow my volume and my income so I can be financially free and do more things that make my soul happy. So that's the most important thing, is that when you sign on a coach is the beginning. Like I tell Jessie, like, you send me screenshots, and then in the beginning I will literally type out things, or maybe I won't type them out, but I'll voice text exactly what to say so she has a better idea. And I do that because I don't want people to get stressed out and end up quitting. You know what I mean? And then she's also like, should I sign my husband up? Should I sign my husband up? And I don't want somebody to sign up a secondary account until they have another coach. Because I don't want people to think, okay, crap, now I spent like over $200 and I have nothing to show for it. So another thing, if anybody is ever signing up a significant other, a spouse, a family member as another account, I have them make sure that they buy them in packets, so that you have things and you can sell them to make your return on your investment. So you're going to get them in Shakeology in packets. You're going to make sure that you're, doing 40 samples or 7 samples for $40 to people, and make sure you get that return on investment and you get Shakeology in people's hands. So once you hit Emerald, it is important, but I don't want you to think like, okay, I've got my husband's account over here, and then I'm working my sister-in-law's account over here, and I can get to Diamond. I want you to find people that want to work the business. And there's nothing wrong with discount coaches either, because they help fill those spots, and you're still getting volume on that. But I really want you to focus on finding people that want to work the business, and not like relying on a significant other or something to grow your business. So it is beneficial because they can do the same thing. They can become Emerald and Diamond and get more cycles. So for each one cycle, like I said, the 100 and 200, you cycle once. As an Emerald coach, it's $14 a cycle. So woohoo, you made $14 based off what your team is doing. If you're a Diamond coach, you get $18 per cycle. So say you cycled, okay, I'm not going to try to do math, but you're going to make more once you're Diamond. So that's the other benefit of that. Also, you have a cap. At Emerald, you cap out at $250 per week on your cycle bonus. You can't make more than $250 a week. At Diamond, it's $2,000. So even if your volume was high enough as an Emerald coach, you will not make more than $250 on your matching bonus. And I think the highest I've ever cycled was like 92 times. I will let you do the math. 92 times, $18 a cycle, and that was based off what my team was doing. Like, it's absurd. 85% of my income, at least, sometimes literally like more than that, is what you guys are doing, and I am being paid for. So that's why it's so important to continuously build to your team. You cannot just say, I'm comfortable, because I did that. I did that for, probably 6 to 8 months last year when I was going through a ton of crap, and I was just like, I'm not going to add, I'm just going to work with challengers. I'm not going to add to my team. I can't add coaches. And you know what I saw? My volume go down, 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 because I wasn't adding and I wasn't having more people, help my volume. So it's why it's so important to not just focus on challengers, but also building your team. Because listen, you don't want to be, even though we love this job, you don't want to have your income be solely based off of challenge packs that you sell for the rest of your life, right? Like, you want to be able to be like, I've worked my ass off and I am loving this nice cycle bonus that I get. And if I help 2 people this week, great. But I don't want my volume or my paycheck to rely on that. And that's like the most important thing that I can tell you that's helped me. Because, and I don't say this to brag, and I really, really hope it doesn't ever come off that way. But guys, I literally built this into a 6-figure business. And it wasn't because I got in at a good time. It wasn't because, I had this great following. I had 200 Instagram followers when I started. So I've taught myself how to do this. But I also, in 2015, I recruited 8 to 10 coaches every single month. I do not recruit like that now. I recruit like 2 to 4. It's usually about 2 to 3. But right now I just don't have the time. If I signed on 8 to 10 coaches, I would not have the time to help them. So if you have more time to devote to, helping them and onboarding them, great. I've tried to create systems to help you with that. But for me right now, because of the way I am, I do it on a smaller kind of quality over quantity. But just so you have an idea of when I hit elite the first year, our team hit elite in 2015. And that was when I was consistently adding 8 to 10 coaches a month. So over the course of 5 years, I can't even tell you how many coaches I've recruited. Like, I cannot. Probably upwards of 1,000. Like, so many have quit or just been discount coaches or what. And that's okay. But I was constantly always adding to my downline. And that's why it is the way it is today. So, so when I started, I was making about, with the masters, I was making about $30,000 a year. So, was really struggling to get by. Wasn't making good money at all. My goal was to match my income so that I could quit my job. And I was able to, after 9 months, I was able to go part-time in the business. And then after, it was probably just over a year and a half. I was matching my income, and I was able to quit my job. So, for me, I wasn't making a ton. So if you have a higher income, it's going to, take some work and things like that. But, I just don't want you to think like I couldn't do that, because literally I had 3 jobs when I started. No, I didn't have kids, which I know makes a big difference, but I had 3 jobs when I started. I would leave my house at 4:45 for work. I would pack all of my meals. I would pack a pillow and a blanket, because I took a 30-minute nap in my car on my lunch break. And then I would be sending messages in between. So if you want this business, you can find the time. It's in pockets of your time. It does not need to be your number one priority. It is faith and family. And then, business. I do not want you ever to feel like you're putting your business before your family, because I did that and it is not good. It is not, do not do that. Like I literally, it took me probably 2 years in this business to realize my husband needs to come before my job. So learn from my mistakes. Do always put your family first. And when you when you work the business in a way that, you know, if you are a person that you really focus on your faith, like build your business talking about that. I can't tell you enough how like attracts like. So if that's something that's important to you, talk about it. If, you know, you're a weirdo, talk about that. Like you want to attract your tribe members. So the most genuine that you can be is where the magic starts happening. You really attract people that are most like you. So the benefit, again, of being Emerald is it unlocks the compensation plan. I don't like to go too much in detail with the volume because you guys know I'm not good at that. But I did do a video, I think 2 months ago, maybe, about the benefit of kind of getting more volume by doing that sampler pack, whether you send them the samples and then they do the $99 a bod. And then if they buy Shakeology later the next month on HD, then you get more volume that way. So if you have people that are struggling to pull the trigger, just get them something. Get them to sign up to the Shake Sampler, whether it's your samples that you're sending them out or it's a Shake Sampler. Get them to do the $99 a bod. It's not all about Success Club points. Success Club points are great. It's a great way to measure, you know, how you're doing in this business. But if you sell a challenge pack, a sampler pack, celebrate it. If you get somebody signed up for $99 on bod, celebrate it. We are not just like, oh, you're not Diamond, you don't matter. Oh, you don't hit Success Club, you don't matter. So yes, we want you to, especially, you know, as a new coach, you get that Success Starters ticket. You get that ticket to Summit, which is great that you don't have to pay, you know, $250 for. But, you know, I just also want you to take into consideration that Success Club is not the telltale sign of you being successful in this business. It's the messages you get that people say you're so inspiring. It's the people that look to you when they have a bad day. They go to your page because they know you'll see something motivating from you. So I also want to kind of put that there. It's kind of something that corporate, you know, pushes because it's a good, you know, estimate of your success and they reward us for it, but it's not the end all of you being successful. So I like to say that too, because I don't want you to get so focused and so caught up on Success Club and signing challenge packs that you lose the passion and the happiness of getting to change lives. So the more that you stop focusing on that and just talk to people and start conversations and invites every day and have fun with it, it'll organically happen. So I like to kind of focus on, hey, I need to help 5 women this month, and I don't care how I do it, but I need to help them. If they buy challenge packs, that's great, but I won't be happy with myself unless I help 5 people have this awesome opportunity to change their lives. So that's kind of all I have. Should I go into detail about anything else? Rachel, do you have anything? Chelsea? No,
I think that was really helpful.
Okay. Yeah. Because there's so many things, you know, corporate has put out or top coaches have put out on volume and cycling and things like that. Personally, I'm not the person to help you with that. If you want to talk about talking to people and scripts, you know, one thing that I feel like it has come easy to me is how to talk to people. So anytime you need help, I'm happy to do that. Like English and writing is one of my things. I like that. So feel free to post in the team page. I am more than happy to help you with that. Because I feel like in the beginning and when you're first getting started, the hardest thing is knowing what to say and how to say it without vomiting Beachbody all over them. So use us, lean on us, let us help you. And just know that, you know, the best thing you can do is work on yourself. So find some type of personal development that's not just business focused. And that's what Rachel talked about a lot too, is that finding something that's good for your soul. So let's all talk about what personal development we're doing. And if you're not doing one, that's okay. But I would like you to tell us what's something you feel like you need to work on so we can give you some suggestions. So for me, I am doing Girl Wash Your Face. I literally feel like I could have wrote this book myself. I love this chick. I love her voice. I love the way she talks. I love that she's sarcastic, she's silly, and she says the words that I need to hear. She talks about not beating yourself up because you're not the class mom and you're not this and you're not that. You know, she's a working mom, so no, she can't look at those other moms and compare herself to that. You know, she talks about past relationships. She talks about, you know, how we're so hard on ourselves. And talks about learning to love yourself as you are. So that's the message that I send out to people all the time because I need that message. So I love when I find something that's kind of like a feel-good book. Also, one other one that I just downloaded, because if you go to audible.com and use your email, you get a free download. And then if you don't cancel it, it's $16 a month, but you get a free credit. So I have like 4 credits because I listen to Girl Wash Your Face probably like 30 minutes a day, and it's taking forever. So I still have 3 hours and 39 minutes left. It was a little bit of a longer book. But the other one is Mastering Your Mean Girl. I've read that one before. That one's really good. The Universe Has Your Back. That one's really good. And then this one I just downloaded. It's called The Best Yes, Making Wise Decision. Oh, I can't read it all. But it's Lisa Turkhurst. I can never say her name. And she writes like devotionals and things like that. And she talks about stop saying yes to everything. And I literally had to like delete an email today because somebody sent out an email at work for Keller Williams. They were like, hey, I need help with the social committee for setting this up. And I was like, no, delete. I don't need to add anything else to my plate. I just want to say yes to everything. I'm like, I feel like I should help them set up and get donations for this. And I was like, nope. So that's why I was like, I'm starting this book today because I just have this horrible habit of saying yes to everything. So those are my suggestions. So Angie, what PD are you doing?
I listen to a lot of podcasts at work while I'm sitting at my desk. The one that I've been listening to most recently, and they also have a book, is called The Minimalists. And they are a couple guys from Dayton, which is like an hour from here. And they were like making 6 figures, and they had all of this crap, and they weren't happy. And so they realized that a lot of the problems were coming from all of the stuff that they had and a lot of their possessions. And so they live a life that is very like, if we don't use it within 6 months, we get rid of it type thing. Of course, I don't live that way. I mean, you can see all of this crap. But they have a good message of like, only have items and only have relationships that add value to your life. And
was this like the helpful factor with what you went live with in our challenge group, that podcast?
Yes, it was. And that was a long time coming. And I'm actually, because I thought the book was on my ottoman, and I'm pretty sure that asshole took it when he left. So I'm kind of pissed about it. But but yeah, I mean, it's one of the big things that they always say is use things and love people, because the opposite never works. Mm-hmm. And what else do they always say you can change the people, or you can't change the people around you, but you can change the people around you. And so like they have a lot of good messages, and obviously, like I said, I don't live the minimalist lifestyle with like no possessions or very few possessions. But like kind of the mentality, and I'm trying to get rid of a lot of this shit. I'm not going to lie. So
I love all the Star Wars stuff though. And I think I can tell you that.
It's my son's.
I still don't have my daughter on the wall. Maybe she'll get there someday. Everybody else. Poor Adley. So I love that. Rachel, what PD are you doing?
I'm reading I Am That Girl. It's kind of like the same thing as Girl Wash Your Face, I think. It's like all about inner confidence, and she like interviews a whole bunch of successful like women entrepreneurs, and it's just like really good for yourself. I was doing like a lot of PD that was business related, and it like was not building me up.
Sometimes it just goes more.
Yeah, seriously. Mm-hmm. So first thing in the morning, I read like a chapter of that. And then before I do my power hour, I'm listening to the 10X rule. And I really like that too.
Yeah, that's Grant Cardone. I really like him.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to listen to him. It was like Be Obsessed or Be Average. I have a bunch of his on my Audible. I try to listen to him like with a newborn, and it stressed me the heck out. It's really important to kind of like listen to what season you are in your life, and
I agree.
TV that's good for you. Because I also tried to do Miracle Morning when Natalie was like 2 months old, and I was like, I can't get up any earlier.
I tried doing Miracle Morning, and I couldn't get through it either. It like did not speak to me. I was like, I was the same way. I was like, Alex is sleeping 2 hours. Like I can't do this. Like,
No, but I do my Miracle Morning now because Adley sleeps like 13 hours a night. She's like, so baby
lucky.
probably be like Satan himself, but all right. So Justin Prego needs to go to bed. Any PD are you doing?
I just started Your Badass, and I actually just finished the Magnolia story.
Okay, what was the
I
next?
don't know if there's, it's Chip and Joanna Gaines,
Oh yeah, was
their
that
story of their business. But it was actually like, I needed like something just fun, and they narrated it. And if any of you are Chip and JoJo fans, it's hilarious. But I didn't realize how much Chip actually failed repeatedly, working his way up. So it actually ended up being a good story for that too.
Yeah, I like that. So good. Yeah. And don't feel bad if you like need to do something for you. Don't be like, oh, this isn't business related, because like you need to fill your cup up too. Chelsea, what you got?
So I haven't listened to this in a little bit, but I listened to this podcast called Happier by Gretchen Rubin. And Gretchen Rubin, she has a book. I'm not sure the book name. It's not the exact same thing as that. But so it's a podcast. She like literally writes books on like happiness, and she studies happiness kind of.
Oh, I love it.
And the podcast is her and her sister. And her sister, she's like type A, like organized house, whatever. And her sister is like a hot mess. And so it's like really interesting because they start off every podcast with like, I think it's like a 1 minute thing a day you can do, or like 5 minute thing. It's some like short increment of time,
Ooh,
something you can do. And then like she tells, like they talk about random situations, like how to like deal with an in-law dinner, or like how to like fall in love like with your house, or like what, just like random stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But her sister like has none of the same opinions as her.
Yeah.
So like it's really interesting because like she's like, oh, and I just like for fun alphabetize my kitchen, and her sister's like, I can't find my flower, like I don't know what you're talking about. And so it's like it's really nice because they kind of give both sides. And they have there's like, I think I was just looking on here now, there's like 130 or something episodes on the podcast.
Yeah. I like this last one. It says set a weekly phone date. That's so cute. I love.
Oh yeah, so they do in their family. They have a like group text message, and every day someone in the family, you have to comment something about your life. Doesn't have to be a big event. You could just be like, hey, like I got new shoes today, and like that's all you have to say. But they like, that's how they keep in touch. I think she has like several siblings besides the sister who's on it with her. And that's how they like keep in touch with each other, because like she talks about how like you miss out on all the little things. Like you wouldn't call, when you call like a relative who lives far away, you don't like tell them you bought shoes today. Like you would tell them something bigger. So it focuses on like a lot of like little things and stuff like that. I don't know. It's really interesting, and it's good to hear like both sides.
That's awesome. I actually do have a group chat with my family. So it's me and my mom and dad and two sisters. And like Melissa will send adorable baby pictures, and then I'll send like a video of Adley doing something horrible. And then I send him the picture of Adley. I'm like, guys, which one do we want? You know, things like that. Like,
yeah.
Especially because they're so far away. So I think that's a great idea. I love that. So 10% happier. It's about meditation for anxiety. Honest. Also, speaking of meditation, there's a free app. It's called, what is it called? I've told so many people about it. Where is it? Now I can't even find it. Hold please. Somebody else. Anything else do you got? Chelsea, I'll think of it. You good? Any other PD? Okay.
I'm gonna start Girl Wash Your Face also, because I've heard a lot of people say that.
And I have my guys, get your challengers to the Girl Wash Your Face is perfect for challengers. My challenger is like, oh my gosh, I love it. And I tell them like, you can download Audible for free. If you want to cancel it, you can. But hey, a $16 book, like they're usually, $20 if you buy them, online, and you get to listen to them, which I usually tend to attract people that are busy. So they like the Audible. But yeah, Headspace is the meditation app. Oh, Angie, you wrote it. Sorry, I didn't see it there. But it's like 5 minutes and it's free, and he has an Australian accent, so it's awesome. But I listen to it like right before I go to bed. A lot of times I can't turn my anxiety off. I'm either passed out on the couch and can't keep my eyes open, or I can't turn my mind off of all the things I need to do. So I will write. I keep my notebook right next to my bed, and so I write out everything I need to do for the next day, whether it's real estate, whether it's Beachbody, and then that helps me like, whew, okay, I won't forget it. And then I listen to my Headspace app, and I literally usually am asleep before the 5 minutes is up. So it's awesome. Tanya, what personal development are you doing? Are you doing laundry? I love you right now. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me unmute you. There you go.
Yes, I'm doing laundry.
Good for you, girl. Someone's got to do it.
I cannot sit. I just cannot sit. I have to keep moving all the time.
I have lots. You can come to my house anytime.
Girl, we have 6 people in our house. I do not need anybody else's laundry.
You have 4 kids?
I have 4 kids, yep.
Oh, you go, girl. I like one. So what personal development?
What?
Oh, go ahead.
I'm doing Miracle Morning.
Good. How do you like it?
I am loving it. I was just talking with a friend today about how what you guys just kind of said is like when I first brought the twins home, like getting up early was just not an option for me, because it was like I would get up and then I would want to get up, but then they would get up too, and I wasn't getting time for myself. And so it's just kind of like what kind of season you're in, you know. And now I'm in the season where I get up 2 hours before everybody else, and it's finally time that I can have to myself.
Mm-hmm.
And
well deserved.
Yeah.
How old are your kids?
I have an 8-year-old, a 6-year-old, and then twin 3-year-olds.
Oh, good Lord. You go.
Yeah.
She has 2 teenagers, ladies and gents.
P.S. If you guys didn't see Tanya's post today, I meant to comment on it. I forgot. Tanya, it was seriously amazing. Like,
Oh,
seriously love it. You guys need to go check it out. It was absolutely so vulnerable, so amazing. Like, such mom life. I absolutely love it.
well, thank you. It's super, super scary to post. So
Yeah.
I know. And I know that took a lot of guts, and it was seriously awesome. Good for you.
And I love how like big you're freaking smiling. So cute.
Mhm.
Yes. So that was a really good one. Yes, Leah, I have that one. I don't think I downloaded it. It's called like Unfuck Yourself. And then I also have one that's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, which I also love. And then sorry, children, earmuffs. A good one that's also a devotional kind of is present over perfect, and it talks about being present and not focusing on being perfect and kind of living in the moment, which I love too. Tiffany, what you got? Do you need me to unmute you? Wait, there you go. You're good.
Okay. I'm reading Present Over Perfect.
Yay, I love that one. Good. How do you like it?
I'm not very far into it, but I do like it.
Good. Yeah. Another one that I think you'd like too is The Best Yes. Lisa TerKeurst is good. She also does a 21-day devotional that's free. That's called Made to Crave, that I've incorporated with challenge groups too. So it's a devotional kind of talking about like emotional eating and things like that. And it's a good way to kind of incorporate it into a challenge group too. So Jessie, what personal development are you doing?
I am reading Push by Shailene Johnson. I'm not really loving it. I just started it, so I'm thinking about ordering.
Stop it right now and do something for you, because you are doing so much. Like you're watching this and you're doing this for Beachbody, and then you're doing this. So I want you to like do something for you. So
Okay.
I wrote out everything in this chat, and I'm going to copy and paste it into the team page. So that's what I would do is do something for you, because and I would do something that's focusing on confidence or things like that. The Girl Wash Your Face is great.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna order that one. I'm not the type of person that can listen to like audio, because I really won't pay attention, and then I'll start thinking.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me that. So just get the book. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna order it.
Yeah. And the best thing I can tell you is do not doubt yourself, because every day when you make a post and you show up, you are inspiring somebody. So like, if you just think about this business, like, this is fun. I get to literally do something that makes me happy and share with people, and it'll come. And so don't give yourself so much like, I need to do this, I need to do this. Have fun with it. And as long as you're showing up and doing the, you know, the vital behaviors, it'll come.
Yeah.
So that's like probably the best thing that I can tell like new coaches, is that I don't want you to like be so hard on yourself that you lose that passion.
Yeah, I think I am pretty hard on myself, and I doubt myself a lot. So it's nice talking to you.
Yeah, I talk Jessie off the ledge quite often. So, but I needed talked off the ledge in the beginning too. So it's okay. So, all right, cool. And Rachel says, I am that girl would be a good one for you too. So, all right. Well, I will put all of this into a post in the team page, and then I'll share the link to YouTube either tonight or tomorrow. And then we will start sharing what would be the best place for me to share jabs and things like that for the call to action post, Rach?
If you go in the group, there's already like graphics that are made that say like Coach CTAs or Coach Breadcrumbs. I was just going to post the links to my breadcrumbs and my call to actions underneath there, that they can just click on them. So I'm going to go live tomorrow in the group and explain everything. And then
In which group?
So I'll go live in the recruiting school group. That way, when people
did we share that yet?
We didn't.
Okay, so
I just figured either way, I'd go live in there, and I'll share it in BU tomorrow, and I'll go live in there tomorrow and just explain everything. And then when people get added to the group, they can watch the video as they're added.
Okay.
Is that okay? Because you're going to go live in it too, right?
Yeah, sometime before Sunday. Yeah.
Okay, just talking about like vision and why and stuff like that.
When would you like me to do that?
Whenever.
Okay.
Whenever you have free time. I mean, I'll do it tomorrow, and then you can do it either Saturday or early Sunday, because I'm sure everybody's going to do their call to action like Sunday afternoon. So anytime before that.
All right, I'm going to hop off here and make the requirement graphic so you can, and then I'm just going to send it to you if that's okay, and then you can make the post. And then, but yeah, if we can have everything up, and even if you just do a simple Canva photo and then like Michelle does one later, I would share the group before you go live so people have a chance to like comment or ask any questions or anything.
Okay.
I might not get up off this couch. I have 2 more months to do, but I don't know. It's 9 o'clock and I have to get up at 3:45. So I just saved those for a rainy day. We'll see. All right, guys. Well, does anybody have any other questions before we hop off? If you guys can think of anything that will be helpful for you next week, we are going to do a power hour at 8 o'clock. So we're going to do a live power hour where we all kind of do our invites together. We can also kind of talk and ask any questions. So this time next week, 8 o'clock, we will be doing a power hour together. So what day are you and Heather doing a live power hour in the morning? Is it Saturday?
Saturday, because you're leaving, right?
I leave Sunday, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think Saturday morning at 9 o'clock.
Eastern time. Yeah, they'll be doing also a live power hour. So next Saturday, they'll be doing that. And then we'll be going live in the group every day. And it's going to be so much fun. And I've been talking to a couple elite leaders, and they are going to do a rank in the bank kind of group that I'm doing a Zoom call with them tomorrow to discuss. But it's going to be like something like a $5, either like $5 or $20 buy-in, but it's a huge pot. Like we've literally had pots that are like $80,000 before. Yeah, it's crazy. Now I think you have to split it. So even if we have an $80,000 pot, it has to be like 5,000 max. So you may have multiple groups with different people. But if you advance in rank or, there's different stipulations. So we're ironing out the details, but you'll get paid. So if you are and you, I don't think it's going to be specific to Diamond, but we'll see. But basically we've done Diamond Dashes before. So like you pay $20 to buy in, you hit Diamond within that group. Sometimes it's, 6 to 8 weeks. It's a longer group. You can people have made like $300 and things like that. So it's really cool.
They're so helpful. They're so beneficial all around. You get so much information.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's some really, really cool elite coaches that I'm working with. So I'm excited for that. So I'll keep you posted with that. All right, it's bedtime. Thanks for hanging out. Bye, guys. See you.